Hi, I'm Justin, and welcome back to Strat-o-Matic Baseball, where we're replaying the 1998 New York Mets season. In our first episode, we split a 2-game series with the Philadelphia Phillies, and today, we're moving on to a 4-game series against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now, the Pirates in 1998 weren't particularly good. They finished 69 and 93, certainly not a nice record, but they did have a couple of decent players on their roster. Jason Kendall, one of the best catchers of the 90s, had a 131 OPS plus. Kevin Young had a decent season, batted .270 and 809 OPS. This was Aramis Ramirez's rookie season, but yeah, he didn't play particularly well. But they did have Tony Womack on their team. Tony Womack is one of the most fascinating players that I can think of. Just a career utility player. Could stick him in left, in shortstop, second base. You could stick him anywhere. He wasn't particularly decent defending at any position, but he had speed. Of course, we remember him from the 2001 World Series. He had the game-tying hit off of Mariano Rivera. That is, by championship win probability added, the second most clutch hit in MLB history. And then Tony Womack somehow ended up on the Yankees in 2005 and had one of the worst seasons ever for a Yankees position player, with a -2 wins above replacement season in about 100 games. So just all over the place. But you can see here, he's very fast. If he can get on base, he is valuable a bit because he can get 60 stolen bases in a season. So him running is something we're going to have to watch out for. And the Pirates are going to throw John Lieber against us, another former Yankee, ironically enough. Gonna take a look at his card here. It's pretty decent, but with some chances to give up extra bases in this juicy 5 to 9 range, which you really want to take a look at when you're trying to analyze a Strat-o-Matic card. 5 through 9, the 5 most common dice roll, so those are the ones you want to have your good results on. And John Lieber doesn't have that many good results on those numbers. We're going to roll with Bobby Jones. His card is decent, but I think a little bit below Al Leiter and Rick Reed, which is why he's my number 3 starter, but a decent card nonetheless. And the lineup's just going to be the same one that we've been using for the first couple of games. And we're back at Shea Stadium at nighttime. You can see in the bottom right, it's a very good night weather-wise, so the ball should be traveling a bit better than it was in the first 2 games. Womack to lead off, and the first pitch is going to be a flyout to our center fielder. Al Martin to bat now. A Pirate and a Mariner, and he's going to strike out. Probably play for a couple of different teams as well. 2 down for Jason Kendall, the biggest offensive threat on this team, and yeah, that's why. He's going to line a single off the pitcher's card, and that's a 2-out single for the Pirates. Now here's Kevin Young. Young does have a couple of decent rolls on his card. We want to stay out of the 1 column. And we roll in the 3 column, we got a strikeout, so a good start for Bobby Jones. Brian McRae to lead off for us, and he's going to hit a ground ball to Womack for out number 1. Now it's Olerud to bat, and we get a 6-3. It's going to test the left fielder Martin, who is a 4 out there. That's not great for them. 55% chance of this being a hit, and of course we get the terribly unlucky roll, and we don't get a hit or an error. 2 down for Piazza, who had a couple of hits against the Phillies in Game 2, but he strikes out here. Turner Ward to lead off against Jones, and another strikeout. That's the 3rd one already for Bobby Jones, who's off to a good start. Now it's Jose Guillen. Single 1 through 6, and there's a base hit. Man, Jose Guillen, it seemed like he played forever. I want to say he retired in like 2010. And yes, indeed, Jose Guillen retired after the 2010 season. Actually played in 42 games for the World Champions that year, but did not factor into the postseason at all. And yeah, base running is something we have to watch out for. Bobby Jones is a +2. Mike Piazza is a +2, so we're going to add 4 to any roll where the computer tries to steal a base. They don't try it here with Guillen. and it's a good thing they don't, because that's going to be a single, 2 stars. Guillen moves to third. First and third for Lou Collier. And this is going to be a test of Baerga. We need to cross our fingers. Sacrifice a chicken to appease Joe Boo. And ooh, looks like the sacrifice didn't work. We should have used an actual chicken. We get the force out at second, but we can't turn the double play. So the Pirates are going to get on the board here. Now it's the pitcher Lieber. And that's a strikeout. A lot of empty spaces on that hitter's card for the pitcher. Now it's the pitcher Lieber. And that's a strikeout. A lot of empty spaces on that hitter's card for the pitcher. 1-0 Pirates, and now it's Alfonso to bat. And we're going to get a ground ball here for out number 1. Now Phillips to bat. And we get a 5-6 single 1 through 13. That'll work for us. Now it's Baerga, hoping to make up for the fact that he couldn't turn the double play last inning. No, in fact, not only is he not going to turn a double play defensively, he's also going to hit into one on offense. So, might need to have a little chat with Carlos Baerga about double plays. Now here's Tony Womack. Again, we have to keep him off base because he is a threat to run. But yeah, again, the issue for him was getting on base, and he's not able to do that here. Al Martin to bat. 4-7's gonna strike him out as well, so 6 strikeouts for Bobby Jones. Kendall, 1 for 1 with a single in the first, but a ground ball here to end the inning. So Allensworth will lead it off in the 3rd inning, and this is a ground ball right here for out number 1. 1 down for Ray Ordonez. A 1-5, that's going to be a single. And now we get the pitcher spot up, and yep, we are just going to hit the sacrifice bunt button. 86% chance that this is successful. Come on, no memes. And yeah, no memes, sacrifice successful. Brian McRae now with a chance to get a run in. We do have a couple of unfortunate clutch rolls on this card. So knowing how we've been hitting the first 2 games, we're gonna roll like a 2-5. I mean, you could just put it in your scorecard right now. This is gonna be a 2-5 roll. No, in fact, wow, double on the pitcher's card, and we're gonna tie this game up. How about that? Something good happened for us. How about that? I love that for us. Now it's Olerud, a chance to even give us the lead. But no, this is going to be a fly out to the center fielder to end the inning. But we do tie the game. Kevin Young to lead off the 4th inning for the Pirates, and this is going to ground them out. Turner Ward now with 1 away. Going to test Ray Ordonez. 1 E19, and just an out. 2 down now for Jose Guillen, who's 1 for 1 with a run, and he's going to get his 2nd hit of the game. Laces a single into left, and so the Pirates have a 2-out base runner for Ramirez, who's 1 for 1, but going to strike out here. The 7th victim for Bobby Jones in this game. Piazza to lead off for the Mets, tied at 1, single 1 through 6, and that's a base hit. So Mike Piazza off to a good start in his Mets career with a leadoff single. Now it's Alfonso. Home run 1 through 5. This could be the big one. This is not coming back. It's going to sail into the left field bleachers, and the New York Mets hit their first home run of the season. And we lead it 3-1. So the home run ball gets Lieber. And now Tony Phillips will bat. That's going to be a ground out. It's taken a while for the Mets to get the offense going, but 5 runs in game 2, and now already 3 runs through 4 innings here in game number 3. And this is going to test Kendall. So there's no runners on base, so there's no chance for a wild pitch. This is just be a ground out right to the catcher, and there's 2 away. Allensworth with 2 away for the Mets. Home run 1 double otherwise, and Allensworth is going to drive this into the gap for a 2-out double. Allensworth with 2 away for the Mets. Home run, one double otherwise, and Allensworth is going to drive this into the gap for a 2-out double. So a chance for Ray Ordonez. Let's see if he can drive in a run here. We need a base hit. We got a 3-9. Oh, we just missed the home run. Well, I mean, I say just missed, but we needed to roll 1 through 3. That was never really going to fly for us. And instead, we just get a fly out. But we do lead at 3-1. Here's Lou Collier, and he's going to strike out. Bobby Jones just dealing here in this game. Now Lieber to bat. No, they're going to bring a pinch hitter. Freddie Garcia, not the Freddie Garcia everyone remembers as the pitcher for the Tigers and Mariners and Yankees for a short while, but the other Freddie Garcia. And he's gonna strike out, so the pinch hitter does not work for the Pirates, and there's 2 away. Looking at 9 strikeouts right now for Bobby Jones, and now he faces Womack, and that's gonna be a single into left field. So now comes the tricky part of holding Womack on base. I think the computer would be ridiculous to not try and steal with him. He's unable to get the good lead, but even with the bad lead, his raw base running number to steal second is 15. And we got a +4 on a roll. So it would not be the wildest thing to have Womack run anyway. It's probably going to end up really bad for us. We have a 75% chance of throwing him out because we were still holding him on at least. Let's throw down there, and yeah, he's safe. Didn't think we would ever really have a good chance of getting him out. The haters said it couldn't be done, and, well, fair play to the haters, they were right. Martin with a chance to get the Pirates a run, but he strikes out. So Jones strikes out the side, gives up a hit to Womack in the middle of it, but the Mets still lead this 3-1. Bobby Jones now with 10 strikeouts on the night. He is obviously going to get more time to pitch. We'll swing away here. Obviously, we're just going to make an out, and there's 1 away. McRae doubled in his last at-bat, and he's just going to fly this out to center field right here. Oh, and I missed this earlier, but the Pirates do have a new pitcher. It is Chris Peters, who did start 21 games that year, but the computer has decided he works better as a reliever for right now. Olerud to bat against the lefty, and that's going to ground him out. So now Jason Kendall to bat, and the first pitch is going to be a single into center field. So Kendall, 2 hits on the night, and a good start for the Pirates. Here's Kevin Young. Jason Kendall ran extremely well for a catcher. He's an A-rated stolen base threat, so it wouldn't be the wildest thing for the Pirates to send him. And we get a single for Young, and that's going to put runners on first and second. Now here's Turner Ward with a chance to do some damage. Still nobody out. We're at 86 pitches for Bobby Jones, so still some stuff left in the tank. But we need to get a couple of outs here, and he hits this hard, but right at Paerga for out number 1. And now a double play gets us out of the inning, but it's Jose Guillen to bat, who is 2 for 2. And they're going to hit run here, and that is a base hit into center. You can see in the bottom left corner, the hit and run works. It's a clean single to center, and because the runner was running with the pitch, he scores automatically, and Young gets to third. Now it's a 3-2 game. It's Aramis Ramirez to bat. Guillen trying to get a good lead. Don't think he was able to. Uh-oh, this is a double 1 through 14, but a single otherwise. Another run scores. It is now 3-3, and this is not looking good for us now. It's Lou Collier to bat. We're going to stick with Bobby Jones. Hopefully he can get out of this inning. He cannot. Oh, we get a bunt. A bunt, it's to third. We have a couple of options here. We can get the short out at first, or we can try and get the runner out at home. So what the game does is it factors in a couple of things. The runner's rating, Guillen is a 1 through 11, base runner. That is not just a measure of his speed, but his base running acumen. It also takes into account Edgar Alfonso's defensive range. He's a 2, which is pretty good. Because of all of those adjustments, we get a -2 to the roll. In addition to that, it's a safety squeeze, which means the runner isn't quite breaking with the pitch, so we get another -2. Now we have the pitcher's spot on deck. They might pinch hit for Peters, but they need to get a couple of innings out of their bullpen. I think what we do here is we try and get the runner out. We have a 65% chance of getting him out at the plate, and I think we play those odds. So any roll higher than a 7 and we get the runner out at home, otherwise we are screwed, but we are not screwed. He is out at the plate, the safety squeeze does not work, and now there's 2 outs for the pitcher spot. In the words of famous baseball manager Montgomery Burns, it's called playing the percentages. And yeah, we will get a pinch hitter for Peters. It's Manny Martinez, who has a decent but not great card. And the pitch to Martinez, a 6-6 to a shortstop, and that's going to end the inning. So the Pirates tie the game, but they don't take the lead. Now here's Mike Piazza, who's just going to hit a ground ball to Collier. 1 away for Edgar Alfonso, who homered in his last at-bat, but just going to ground out right here. And in case you missed it, because I missed it as well, the new pitcher for the Pirates is Elmer Descends. Here's Tony Phillips to bat. A 3-9, that's going to be a flyout, and a 1-2-3 inning for the Pirates. Womack to lead it off for the Buccos. Give me a flyout to the right fielder, 1 away. Now Al Martin to bat, 0 for 3 on the night, and that's going to strike him out. Bobby Jones now over his pitch limit. He's at 112 pitches, but we've been able to navigate the 7th inning well so far, so I think we keep him in until he gets into trouble. Now Kendall to bat. Should be a ground out to Baerga as long as we make the play. And no issues for Baerga defensively. Baerga to lead it off for the Mets against Elmer Descends. This is going to be a soft ground ball for out number 1. Allensworth to bat now, and the pitch to him. This is going to be a soft ground ball, and that's going to be out number 2. So they will face Ray Ordonez, who's 1 for 2 today, and he's going to hit a fly ball out to center field to end the inning. So 1-2-3 go the Mets again. Okay, I know we're asking a lot out of Bobby Jones, but we do have the pitcher spot leading off the next inning. I think we at least have to try and get him through this 8th inning. That way we don't have to use another substitute player. So let's keep our fingers crossed we don't run into any issues, and we get out number 1 on a flyout. Turner Ward to bat. And that's going to be a 4-9 single into left field. So now it gets a little bit dicey. I think we can get away with 1 more batter. I know it's Guillen. I know he's 3 for 3, but let's just try and grind through it. The pitch to Guillen is a 4-4 ground ball to our third baseman. We have a 50% chance of this being a ground ball 1. It's only a fielder's choice as long as there are no errors, and yes, luckily, fielder's choice. We're going to get 1 out here, and that'll make 2 outs for the inning, and now Ramirez to bat. This would never fly in 2025, but I really don't care. We're going to ask Bobby Jones to throw 130 pitches in this game. Looks like they tried to get a good lead for the pinch runner, Emil Brown. But we're going to get a 3-10. We're going to get a strikeout. 12 strikeouts for Bobby Jones. 8 innings of work. We asked him. We begged him to grind through this inning, and he was able to. And we can ask no more of Bobby Jones. 8 very good innings of work. We're going to go to the bench and bring in Matt Franco. He's 0 for 2 as a pinch hitter this season. Let's try one more time. And they're going to bring in a pitcher And the Pirates are going to counter our lefty with a lefty of their own. It's going to be Christensen to bat, which makes me want to look at our lineup again. And yeah, screw you and your managerial moves. I'm going to make my own managerial moves. I'm going to bring in the right-handed hitter Butch Husky, who hits lefties pretty well, to face your lefty. So haha. Oh, and it almost worked. I almost outsmarted the computer, but we would have needed a really tremendous roll to get the single there instead as a lineout, and there was one away. Brian McRae to bat now, and a strikeout. 2 down, here's Olerud, who absolutely murders lefties. Let's see what he can do here. A 6-5, that's going to be a double into right field. And we're going to... Oh, no, we're not. We are not. They were guarding against the lines. This is one of the things that the game doesn't communicate all that well, because this is a computer game exclusive strategy. There's really no way to do this over the board, and even people online on the forums are confused with how this is implemented by the game. But basically you can set your defense to guard the lines, and what it'll do is it'll take away doubles, any result that's like a double, but it will turn some results into singles instead. How that works, I am not sure. No one I've come across on the forums is really sure how this works, so it's just one of the things that the game doesn't communicate well and probably needs to be reworked a little bit to make it a bit more transparent. Anyway, back to the game. We'll bring in Turk Wendell to pitch the 9th inning, and here's Luke Collier to lead it off. Just going to test Olerud. He's a solid first baseman, and he's going to make the play for out number 1. Pitcher's spot is up. We'll probably see a pinch hitter, and yep, here comes Mark Smith. See, our defense has automatically set itself up to guard the lines, so the computer throws us a little bone here, which I guess the guard lines didn't end up mattering at all anyway. Here's Tony Womack, and the pitch to him. It's going to be a 3-6, that's going to be a single. So now Womack, a threat to steal, and we have Al Martin up. And we are going to have a stolen base attempt, and you can see here, we have a better chance of Piazza making a throwing error than we have of there being an out. So we're just going to let him have this. It's 2 outs anyway, so we just need to focus on getting Al Martin up. It's a clutch at bat, and look at this one column. Both his 7 and an 8 are affected by the clutch moment, and that turns hits into outs. We had a pickoff play at second, but Womack is safe. Now the pitch to Martin. It's going to be a 6-8, and we're going to get a pop out to the first baseman. So we go to the bottom of the 9th with a chance to walk it off. We have a new pitcher for the Pirates, and this is another player who, like Rick Reed, their name is not in this game. I'm assuming it is, again, because he was a replacement player. So we'll go to Baseball Reference, and we'll take a look at which Pirates pitcher had a record of 2-7 with a 3.44 ERA. And this is Rich Loisel, who had 19 saves for the Pirates that season. Was a pretty good pitcher for them, but he's going to have to get out Mike Piazza if he wants to get off to a good start in this inning, and he will. This is a ground ball to the first baseman for out number 1. Now Alfonso, who's 1 for 3 with a home run, it's going to test Womack. A 4E19 at second base. This is a 30% chance of it being a single. We don't get the single, but we get an error. And a costly error for the Pirates, as that puts the winning run on base. Sadly, we don't have any good candidates for a pinch runner, so we're just going to be swinging away with Todd Phillips. Swinging away with Tony Phillips, and we get a strikeout. So it's Baerga up with a chance to win the game for the Mets. Let's see what happens here. 6-7's gonna test Womack again. Uh-oh. It's a single with 2 stars. And we'll have runners on first and third with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Allensworth as the potential hero. Chance for us to walk it off. We get a 3-8 and it's gonna fly him out. So the game continues. We have Jason Kendall leading off here in the 10th, and this is going to be a ground out. Now Kevin Young to bat, 1 for 4 today. Triple 1 through 3, double otherwise, and yeah, that's a double. So the go-ahead run in scoring position with only 1 out. Turner Ward to bat. We have Emil Brown on deck, and we get a ground ball back to the pitcher here, so Young will not be able to move up. And now we have Emil Brown, who is again not good in these clutch moments. The 5 and 6 in the 2 column become outs instead, as well as that 2-3 roll. So a chance for us to get out of this inning. Let's hope for the best. And we get a wild pitch. So what the game does in the background is anytime there's a runner on base, it'll roll a 20-sided die. If it comes up as either a 1 or 2, I forget which one, there's a chance for it to be either a wild pitch or a pass ball. In that case, if it does come up, oh boy, we got incredibly unlucky. If you do get that result on the initial 20-sided dice roll, you have to roll another 20-sided die, and if it comes up within this wild pitch range, which it did just then, we have to roll either a 1 or a 2, it becomes a wild pitch. So very unlucky right there. That's something that has, probably a 1 in 100 chance of happening. And now it's Adrian Brown to bat. I said Emil Brown earlier, but it's Adrian Brown. I think Emil Brown was the pinch runner earlier. Single 1 through... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Single 1 through 8. And it's an 8. That's a ballpark and weather effect. So if the weather had been just a little bit worse, that probably would have been an out. Oh boy. It's 4-3 Pirates and Aramis Ramirez to bat. Strikes him out, but we trail by a run going to the 10th. So it looks like they're going to have Loisel out for this inning. He's going to face Ray Ordonez. Single 1 through 16 and a good start for us. And we have the pitcher spot up, but we obviously are not going to have the pitcher bat here. We have Lenny Harris up. We could bunt with him, but he's a C bunting. I think the better option here is to hit and run, hope to stay out of the double play that way. Now, Ray Ordonez is not the best base stealer. This could absolutely just blow up in our face, but I think it's the best way to stay out of a double play. And yeah, 27% chance for a hit, 17% chance that the batter misses the pitch, and we are just boned, but I think we have to take the chance here. Hit and run. It ends up on the shortstop card. We're going to test Collier, who is not by any means good at shortstop. 4E30. And they gave up a single and an error. A single and an error. And that's why you don't start 4s and 3s at shortstop. You just don't do it. It's a terrible idea. The Pirates probably don't have anyone better, which is why Collier is starting there, but you want your most important defensive positions to be competent. So now not only do we have the tying run 90 feet away, we have the winning run at second base, and we have the top of the order coming up for Brian McRae. Here's the pitch to McRae, chance to win the game. A 4-11 is a ground ball to the second baseman. And it was a ground ball A, so there's no chance to score for Ordonez, and there was one away for Olerud. Here's the pitch. And another ground ball A, and we're not going to score this run either. Oh no. 2 outs now, still the winning run on second base. It's Mike Piazza up, and this is where we need him to shine. We need a big hit here. Chance to win the game. No. Oh, Michael. It's not what we're paying you for. It's a fly out, and we had runners on second and third with nobody out in the 10th, but aren't able to push across the tying run. And sadly, we drop our record to 1-2. Bobby Jones pitched quite well, 8 innings of 3-run ball, threw a ton of pitches. Turk Wendell didn't pitch that badly in the loss. Only 1 run in 2 innings, but our offense just let us down late in the game. The Pirates bullpen actually shut us down quite well. Loisel gave up a few hits, but some of that was his defense just not cooperating for him. But everyone else in that bullpen, 4 innings, no hits, that's a really solid effort from them. So tragic loss for us in game number 3. On to the second game of this 4-game set, and yeah, I think I'm going to make a slight lineup adjustment. I'm going to bring Lenny Harris into the lineup. I think we've seen enough of Tony Phillips. I want to get Lenny Harris in there. Maybe he can give us a little bit more offense, at least a little bit change of pace. We'll see if it works out for us. Everything else is the same. We have Masato Yoshii as our starter, going against Todd Van Poppel. Let's get this started. And back at Shea Stadium, we can see the weather is quite bad, so right-handed bats are going to get affected quite dramatically. No chance of a home run on any ballpark effect rolls. So let's see what happens. First batter is a lefty though, it's Tony Womack, and the pitch is going to be a leadoff walk. Not what you want to see. Womack really good running as we saw in game 1. Wasn't able to get a good lead there. He still might be running because our battery is that bad at holding runners. 30% chance to get him down, and no chance. Ooh, we had a supplementary roll for a possible throwing error. If there's a 1, 2, or 3 on the roll to get the runner out, you have to roll a supplemental roll. And if it oh boy, if this would have been a 1 through a 9, Mike Piazza would have had a throwing error that would have sent Womack to third, but we just get away with it. And instead, runner on second, nobody out, Al Martin to bat. And he's going to try and steal again. This mad bastard's going to try and steal 2 bases. We're going to throw him out and oh boy. We had another chance for a throwing error. Luckily that didn't happen, but yeah, just for no reason, just a runner on third with nobody out. Brother. This is going to be a soft ground ball, and that's going to bring in a run. And it's 1-0 Pirates. 2 batters into the game. It's Kendall to bat. Be a normal ground out, 2 away. Now Kevin Young to bat. Rolls a 5-5 to the shortstop, should be an out. No funny business there, that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. Brian McRae to lead it off with the Mets trailing 1-0. Got a 5-5 here, that's going to be a sharp single into right field. So McRae on, and look at Todd Van Poppel's hold rating. It's a +9. You might be thinking that, well, obviously, if he's that bad at holding base runners, this is like a guaranteed stolen base. Kind of. The game does kind of prevent the pitcher's hold rating and the catcher's throw rating from becoming absolutely ludicrous. Basically, the combined number can't exceed 5 in either direction. So because Van Poppel is a +9 and Kendall is a +0, it caps out at 5. So we can just treat this number as if it were 5. But yeah, if Van Poppel had a +9 and Jason Kendall had a laser rocket arm that was a -5, it would become a +4. And McRae's already a good base runner, so I think we're just gonna try and steal a base. Yep, 90% chance to be safe, a 61% chance to get a good lead. Oh no. Folks, the game hates us right now. A 90% chance to be safe, and we roll a 10% chance that he isn't safe. The game really just hates us. And of course we get a single with Olerud. Here's Piazza. 4-7 double 1 through 6. Naturally, we don't roll within that, we just fly out. Now Alfonso with 2 outs and a runner on first. 2-5, a single 1 through 4, lines him out. I'm beginning to understand how frustrating it is to be a Mets fan. Here's Turner Ward, is gonna line out. Jose Guillen to bat, had a bunch of hits in the first game of the series, but he's gonna fly out here, and there's 2 away. Now Ramirez to bat, rolls a 4-9, gonna pop him out, and a 1-2-3 inning for the Mets. Baerga to lead it off, batting in the 5 hole today, single 1 through 5, rolls a 9, and that's out number 1. That's the third split we've missed for a possible hit. And there've only been 4 outs made, so that tells you how unlucky we've been. That would have been a home run, but Allensworth is categorized as weak, so it just becomes a single. And this is another situation where we can take advantage of Van Poppel's very bad hold rating. Let's try and steal again. It didn't work the first time, but how often are we going to be, wrong twice? Only a 36% chance to get a good lead though. So we didn't get the good lead. We still have a 70% chance of being safe. Let's try it, why not? There's 1 out, and we make it. So let's see if a base hit here can tie up the game. Rolls a 6-7, it's gonna fly him out. Here's Ray Ordonez with 2 down. A 1-12 is gonna ground him out. Collier to lead it off for the Pirates. Rolls a 6-4, gonna be a leadoff walk. Collier not really a threat to run at all, and we have Van Poppel up. Should be a bunt, and it's gonna be a successful sacrifice bunt. So 1 away for Womack with a runner in scoring position. A 2-11 is gonna be a ground ball to the second baseman for out number 2. This should move Collier to third, and it does. Now Martin with a chance to get a run in, but he's gonna walk. First and third for the Pirates' most dangerous hitter, Jason Kendall. Big moment early in the game here. Martin thinks about getting a good lead. They don't run with him, and instead, we get a fly ball out to our left fielder to end the inning. Masato Yoshii to lead it off for us. This card is an empty tundra of bad results. It's on the pitcher's card, but it doesn't really help us. It's a fly out for the first half of the inning. Now McRae to bat, 1 for 1 with a caught stealing, and this is just going to be an out to Womack. 2 away for Olerud, who singled in the first. This is going to test Van Poppel, who is not great range, but an E rating of 0 means that there is going to be no errors. So unless we roll a 1 through... Okay, we get a randomly good roll right there. It's an infield single, and the inning will continue, sure. I mean, we'll take any luck we can get at this point. Now Piazza with 2 away. 4-6, triple 1 through 3, single otherwise. We have a chance to get to third, but again, Olerud can't run at all. We'll just hold him at second. Now it's Alfonso. Let's see what he can do here. 5-9. Oh yes, a 5-5, a single 1 through 9, 60% chance to score the runner in from second. And I think with 2 outs, we have to do it. Let's send Olerud, let's send the trail runners as well. Why not? Send everyone. And they didn't even... Oh no. Oh. There was an error on the throw. They tried to throw it home, but Al Martin, I guess, airmailed it. And not only do we tie the game, Piazza scores to make it 2-1, and Alfonso goes all the way to third. So good luck finally going our way, and now here's Baerga with a chance to increase the lead. 1-6, home run 1 through 10, double otherwise. Turner Ward is just gonna have to turn and watch the ball hit off the wall. It's a double for Baerga, and we now lead it 3-1. Offense really turning things around here, but a 6-6 is gonna end the inning, and the Mets are retired in the third. But they get 3 in the third, and now we are 3-1. Here's Kevin Young. That's gonna be a ground out for the first out. Ward now on a 3-10 home run 1 through 8, and Turner makes Harris turn and watch this one for a home run. 3-2 now. Now here's Guillen. 3-11 is going to be a soft ground ball for an out. Ramirez to bat. 2-9, oh no. Home run 1 through 4, this is into the bleachers. And the Pirates have very quickly tied up this game. The 69-win Pirates are putting up a fight against the Mets. It's 3-3, and here's Collier. It's going to test Lenny Harris out in right field, who's not great defensively. Let's hope no errors, no memes. Okay, good. Harris to lead off here in the bottom of the fourth in a tie game, gonna fly him out. Now Ordonez to bat, he's 0 for 1, and now he's 0 for 2, this is gonna be another fly ball to Martin. Masato Yoshii to bat, he has not had a great night on the mound, and an even worse night up at bat, strikes out. Top the 5th inning, and Van Poppel will lead it off, and a ground out to Baerga. Womack to bat with 1 away. 2-8's gonna pop him up. 2 away for Al Martin. Home run 1 through 10, oh brother. No. Masato Yoshii, what are you doing? For what reason? He's giving up his 3rd home run of the day, and the Pirates now lead at 4-3. Come on. Jason Kendall's a bat. He walks. It's all gone wrong for Yoshii in the past 2 innings. Might have a stolen base attempt here. Nope, they just swing away. It's going to test our center fielder. Desperately need a good play right here. Come on. Okay, good. That'll end the inning. Absolutely cannot be losing 2 games in a row at home to the Pirates. That just can't fly it at all. A good start for us though, a 4-8, that's going to be an automatic double. Brian McRae getting things going. I also just noticed, the Pirates have 3 hits. Guess where those hits have gone? They haven't been in play. They've been souvenirs. It's just, what are we doing? Come on. We need Olerud to get a big hit here, pick up his pitcher who's just been just absolutely useless in this game. Olerud 2 for 2, he's going to be 3 for 3. This is a double over the head of Turner Ward, and we're going to tie the game up again. It's 4-4. Still nobody out in the inning. Piazza to bat. 5-7's going to strike him out though. Piazza had been batting .286 on the young season, but strikeout there. And now it's Alfonso. A 3-11. I think this could be a base hit into right field. Yes, indeed. We have a slight chance to score, but it's really not a good chance to score at all. And with only 1 out, I think we just hold him. Yeah, Guillen has a brilliant arm in right field, so it would have been absolutely crazy to try and send Olerud. Now it's Baerga with 1 away. And yeah, we're going to get a substitute pitcher. It's going to be Elmer Descends, pitching on back-to-back days. Elmer Descends, one of the pitchers who was a spot starter / reliever. He was kind of used all over the place, and now we'll face Baerga. Descends also played a little bit for the Mets late in his career, and oh brother, ground ball double play. Yep, that's the type of season it's been. Whenever we have chances to score, we just decide not to. Why score when you could just not score? It's the easier thing. Let's just take the easy way out. That's going to test Baerga at second, and that's just an out. Here's Jose Guillen, and that's a strikeout. Now it's Ramirez, who homered in his last at-bat. Rolls a 3-5, a clean single into left. Now it's Collier. And I think we're going to get a pass ball. Yeah. A wild pitch, in fact. And that'll bring the go-ahead run into second base. Collier to bat. Oh, no! Lou Collier on the 6-6 roll is going to double, and because of the wild pitch, it's going to give the Pirates the lead yet again. Real back and forth affair. And now it's Elmer descends, and we're going to get a pinch hitter. Freddie Garcia will come in. We're going to roll with Yoshi. He's at the top of his pitch count limit. We could probably get one or two more batters out of him. And the pitch is just give me a ground ball back to a shortstop to end the inning. So Christensen back in to pitch for the Pirates. He pitched in game 1 as well. And he'll face Allensworth for the first batter and strikes him out. We have Lenny Harris up, but I think we're going to go to the bench. We're going to bring in Tony Phillips to pinch hit. He's a bit better against lefties, so why not use him right now? Look at that card against lefties. It is just a thing of beauty. Lots of good results, and we get a walk on it. So now Ray O'Donnell is up, and I think we can bunt him over. Yeah, let's do that. 92% chance that this is successful. Let's have no memes here. I want no memes. And the sacrifice is successful. That brings up Yoshi. And we're going to go to the bench again. We're going to bring in another batter who hits lefties well. Here comes Butch Husky. And yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if the computer just made another substitute to get the matchup for them. Nope, they pitch to Butch Husky. And they get away with it too. Strikes him out, and the inning is over. We have a couple of lefties coming up for the Pirates, so I'm going to bring in Mel Rojas. He is even though right-handed pitcher, he has a pretty good card against lefties, so that's why we're going to roll with him. The pitch to Tony Womack is a ground out. Another lefty is up. Here's Al Martin, who's 1 for 2, but he's going to ground out here. And yeah, I don't like this matchup at all. Rojas does not pitch to righties really well, so we're going to do something that is now not allowed by Major League Baseball because of the 3-batter minimum rule, but we're going to go to the bullpen yet again. We are actually in quite a bind because we don't have a right-handed pitcher that really pitches well against righties other than Turk Wendell. So even though we used him for 2 innings yesterday, I think we have to use him right now to try and get out of this inning. Let's see what happens here. And of course we walk him. So that's just the way things have been going. Now here's Kevin Young. Kendall might be trying to run here. And yeah, but a 50-50 chance to get him out. He didn't get a good lead. They're still going to try and steal. And he's out. Yeah, it's probably not the worst idea with 2 outs. You just need a base hit if you get the steal. So I don't really fault the computer for trying to go for it. It just didn't work out for them. Here's McRae to bat against Christensen, and we get a strikeout. Now it's Olerud who crushes lefties, but Christensen is a pretty good arm against lefties. This is going to test Jason Kendall, who is a pretty solid defensive catcher, and we're going to get an out. Pirates bullpen has pitched really well in these 2 games. They'll give up a walk to Piazza right here. And so the tying run is on base. Piazza, of course, not known for his base running. Let's see if Alfonso can do something here. 2-6 is going to walk him. So a pair of 2-out walks, and we have the tying run in scoring position. Now it's Baerga, who doesn't hit lefties well at all. He is a switch hitter, but yeah, you can see his card against righties is a lot better than his card against lefties. And we don't even have anyone on the bench that can hit lefties, so we're gonna swing away with Baerga, and this is just gonna be a ground out. Kevin Young to bat, and the pitch to him is a strikeout. Turner Ward to bat, 1 for 3 with a home run, flies him out here. 2 down for Jose Guillen, 0 for 3 today after a really good game in yesterday's ball game, but he strikes out here, and the side is retired. So Allensworth to lead off in the bottom of the 8th. Mets need a run to tie the game, and that's not how you get things started to score a run. That's not in the playbook. That's a ground out, and it's 1 away. Phillips now to bat against the lefty again. Let's see if they go to the bullpen here. No, they're going to pitch to the guy who crushes lefties for some reason, even though he's over his fatigue limit. Now he's well over his fatigue limit. It's a walk, there's 1 out, and here's Ray Ordonez. And yeah, I think we're going to sacrifice bunt here, try and move Phillips up into scoring position. And they're going to bring in Ricardo Rincon to get out of this inning. I still think we bunt. That doesn't change the strategy at all. And again, a 92% chance of this working out for us. Oh wow, they tried to get the out at second but couldn't. But they were still able to get Ordonez at first base. And yeah, now we do need a pinch hitter against the lefty. And we really don't have a good option. I think our best chance is Luis Lopez. So, Lopez to pinch hit. This probably won't work out at all, but let's keep our fingers crossed. Nope, not at all. Didn't think that was going to work, and I was right. So, to the 9th inning we go. Let's bring in Dennis Cook, and he'll face Ramirez, who strikes out. 1 down for Collier, who had the go-ahead double, and that's another strikeout. Adrian Brown will pinch hit for Rincon, and he's going to test our left fielder Allensworth. Oh no! Allensworth with a glove made of lead can't make the play, and it's a 2-base error. So this will bring up Tony Womack with a chance to increase their lead, but he strikes out, and we go to the bottom of the 9th, only down by a run. Now last night we put runners on 2nd and 3rd with nobody out in the 9th inning, and we couldn't tie the game. That better not happen in this game. Here's McRae. 5-6. This is going to be a leadoff double for Brian McRae, who gets his 3rd hit and 2nd double of the game. So again, a really good start to the inning. And yeah, I just realized they didn't pinch hit for Rincon. I guess the computer must have done a double switch. So Rincon does stay in the game. He can't throw that many pitches before he starts getting fatigued. So he's already about halfway through his tank. And now here's Olerud, who hits lefties really well. Let's see what we get here. Just a fly ball out to right field. So 1 on, 1 out for Piazza. Chance for him to do some damage. 2-8 is going to be a single. This should bring in McRae. And we have tied the game. So it's 5-5 in the 9th. Mike Piazza gets the job done. And how about that? Now the winning run is on base for Alfonso. That's going to do it for Rincon. He could not get the job done, and they go back to Loisel. He's going to face Alfonso, and he's going to fly him out. Now it's Baerga, who's 1 for 4 with a double, and this is going to be a ground out. And we're going to go back to extra innings. First 2 games of the series go into extra innings, and here's Al Martin, who, amongst the forest of good results in his 1 column, strikes out. Kendall now, that's going to be a clean single. Young 0 for 4 today. They might try and steal with Kendall. He didn't get a good lead. Let's see what happens here. A 6-9. It's going to test our shortstop. We have a really good chance of turning a double play here. And as long as there's no errors, we should. And how about that? Get out of the 10th inning without giving up a run, and we're going to have a chance to walk it off in the home half. Allensworth will lead it off against Loisel. A 5-5 is going to fly him out. Here's Phillips. I think we just leave him in, even though he isn't that great against righties. And this is going to be a ground ball for out number 2. Now here's Ray Ordonez, 2 away. And yep, ground ball to the second baseman, and that'll end the inning. Gonna bring John Franco into this game. We use Cook for 2 innings, and I think that's all I want to use him for. He'll face Turner Ward, who flies out. Pitcher spot is up, but we're going to have Manny Martinez pinch hit, and he's gonna strike out, so not effective job right there. 2 away, and Franco trying to get through the 11th inning. And another strikeout as Ramirez goes down, so a very quick inning for John Franco. We might be able to use him for 2, but let's hope we don't have to. Let's hope we can walk it off here in the, oh boy, this is a conundrum though, because he is leading off this inning. We really don't have any batters that are good against lefties, so I think we just leave Franco in. I think that's makes the most sense. We can get another inning out of him, and we almost got a hit off of the pitcher's card, but we don't get the supplemental roll. So now McRae, who's 3 for 5 with a pair of doubles, strikes out there though. Now it's Olerud, who's 3 for 5 with a double. He crushes lefties, but not right here. Strikes him out on the pitcher's card, and we go to the 12th. So it is a good thing we didn't pitch it for Franco, because we need him to have another good inning. And we get a good start. We get a strikeout. Now it's Adrian Brown to bat. 4-5 is going to strike him out. 4th strikeout for John Franco, who's on fire. And now he'll face Polkovich, who's in playing second base. Double 1 through 14. But luckily we were guarding the lines, and that should end the inning. Now here's Piazza. Yeah, that guard lines strategy is a bit OP, but I guess we'll just have to live with it. You can't turn that off, by the way. It's just a super advanced setting. So here's Piazza, who's gonna fly out, and that's out number 1. Alfonso to bat. Rolls a 3-10, and this is gonna pop him out. And yeah, this is why I don't mind the zombie runner rule in extra innings these days, because you would have some of these regular season games go 12 innings, 13 innings, however many innings. And I love it in the postseason, don't get me wrong, I still enjoy long extra inning postseason games. Game 7 of the World Series this past year being a very fine example of that. But for random games in April or May, throughout the regular season, I think it's for the best that we have a way to expedite this. So here's Baerga with 2 away, and this is going to test Collier, this is not a gimme out, and it certainly isn't right there. And let's see, do we have anything else? Nope, just a single. So Allensworth now with Baerga on base, a 1-7, single 1 through 9, there we go. The winning run on base for Tony Phillips. I think I called him Todd last game, but this is definitely Tony Phillips. Tony Phillips is not a Hollywood director, so let's see if he can have a Hollywood ending. No, strikes him out. And we are quickly running out of pitches. We're going to bring Greg McMichael to try and get us through the 13th. He'll face Al Martin to lead it off. And a 1-8 single. Martin's a pretty savvy base runner. Let's see if they try and steal with him. He couldn't get a good lead, but he's still going to run. We have a 60% chance of him being safe, but he is out. Let's go. Thrown out at second, and that'll get us the first out of the inning. Here's Kendall, who draws a walk. It's very important that we were able to get Martin out on the bases. Young is 0 for 5 tonight, but a chance to erase all that if he can get a big hit here. He's going to walk. It was on the pitcher's card, so it's McMichael who's hurting his own cause. Now here's Turner Ward, who a long time ago hit a solo home run. This is going to test our right fielder, who is not good at all. Tony Phillips, we saw him fail miserably in Game 1. We're going to see him fail miserably here too. This is a double. It's going to bring in the go-ahead run. Young is going to get to third, and the Pirates lead it 6-5. And the pitcher spot is up. They're probably going to bring in a pinch hitter. Yep, here comes Mark Smith. Rolls a 5-2. This is going to test our first baseman. We really need a ground ball A to prevent the run from scoring. We got a ground ball B instead. I forget what happens on this with a runner on third. So I'm going to find out what happens here as well. This could be another run. Oh, we had the infield in and it squeaks through. That's the downside of having the infield in. Some results do become hits because you just don't have that, the reaction time. So 2 runs score, it's now 8-5, and we are just looking in bad shape. 5-10 is going to line them out, and that's going to be out number 2. Now here's Collier. They're going to try and steal this base. We're going to throw him. We can't throw him out. We didn't have a great chance of throwing him out anyway, so not really a surprise. But now the Pirates can increase their lead even more. They're already up by 3. But they're just going to bounce out back to McMichael. I was going to say, Jose Silva rings a bell, but I just looked him up quickly on Baseball Reference, and I don't know from where I know him. Here's Ordonez, and this is going to be a ground out. So we need 3 runs in this inning, and it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Matt Franco will pinch hit. We try to get anything going. We strike out. McRae, our last hope. He's 3 for 6 with 2 doubles. Rolls a 6-11. It's going to be a flyout, and that's the ball game. Mets lose again, and we fall to 1-3. Another frustrating loss in extra innings to the lowly Pirates. Just look at this Pirates bullpen. They go nearly 9 innings of relief. They give up only 4 hits, just 1 run. That was the run we scored in the 9th inning to tie the game, but we couldn't do anything off of them. We are really bad situationally. We can't match up against them. Just not good for us. And I think we're going to wrap up things here for now, because this video is already around an hour long. We're halfway through our 4-game series with the Pirates, so come back next time for the final 2 games of the series. If you like this video, please do hit the like button. It certainly helps the algorithm, it helps my self-esteem. If you want to find out more what happens with this series, remember to subscribe, get the notifications, that way you know when new videos are posted. And until next time, forth and fear no darkness.